it up. Of course, it scares me. It's gonna take them a while.
Gary, how are you?
It's atrocious.
Great.
So,
Love your background.
Oh, thanks. You like that, huh?
That's terrific.
Crawfordsville Kiwanis News Network.
They ought me to go back.
That's great.
We had inspection.
Yeah, I've been playing around with some of that stuff and figured I'd use that for today.
You clearly have too much time on your hands.
I could fill that time very easily, Jerry.
I can imagine you could, Jerry.
Opportunity. You know, it's exactly what they want. They just gotta.
Yeah, we'll start here at noon. We just
Well,
wanted to get on early, let everybody talk to everybody, and go from there.
You know, they say it's overwhelming. They need it over. They need complete firing in the old house.
Conrad, we're trying to figure out. I know Jack Wyatt had like 60 years in the club. How many did you have? How many do you have? Total.
I'm sorry.
I'm getting ready to call them now. I feel bad for them, but
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, Mac.
They're wanting the bank lower price.
Where's all the background noise coming from?
I don't know.
The newsroom?
Could be. You'd hear the
nice and numb in here.
Yeah.
clickety, clickety, clickety. Hey, Dakota, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you, Gary?
Glad to see ya.
Welcome.
Oh, your chair back.
Thank you.
Dakota
Is having their 100th anniversary
Yeah,
of their formation here.
Yeah. Time, but he was
And
Dakota was a 2018
It is Thursday.
scholarship
and
winner.
they're having a
So glad to have him aboard.
Absolutely.
We got a bunch more. Dakota, I hear you're made the dean's list a few times, huh?
I think that's true. I've lost track. I don't know. You might.
Well, that's great. We're proud of you.
Thank you so much.
We're proud of you. Amber, how are you? Glad to have you aboard.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm good.
Good. Scott, nice to see you.
Morning, ladies and germs.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott.
Michael, glad to see you too. My goodness, we've got all kinds
Hi,
of.
Gary. We see each other on Facebook more than anywhere else, but good morning, Scott.
Morning, Mike. So, Gary, I sent the note out to a lot of people to join you guys today.
Well, thank you so much. Sharon, how are you?
Fine, Gary. Thank you.
Good. Glad to see you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of people here. And so we wanted to get everybody on board, say hello to everybody, and just do some quick introductions and have a fun meeting.
And Dawn's going to pop in for a little bit too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Great.
That's great. That's great. You know, it's not too often we get to celebrate 100 years. Martin, how many clubs in the district are celebrating 100 years this year? You're on mute, Martin.
Yeah.
Martin, you were on mute.
Hold on, I'll try again. I listed some in the newsletter. I think there are 4 this quarter, 4 last quarter, 5 this quarter, and then a smattering more through the year. There's quite a lot. There's about 14, I think, and
Wow.
that number's wrong, but it's about right.
Good.
And I took to listing them. You haven't seen the newsletter yet because I've been horribly slow getting it out. But I did put a list of Q1 clubs and Q2, and so if I get my act together, I'll remember to put a list of Q3 afterwards as well.
Good.
But about 14 through the year, including Terre Haute, I think, including, oh gosh, yeah, I ought to know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out and couldn't see the whole thing. So we've got a phone number down there. Who's on the phone? 765-366-9000.
Sounds like a work number.
Yeah.
Gary, this is Ann Smith. I'm from the Perry Kiwanis Club. I'm sort of tagging along with Scott and Mike Perigo today. I just wanted to congratulate your crowd on the big anniversary today. I'm sorry I have to head off to a meeting, but I did want to give you my best regards today.
Well, thank you, Ann. I appreciate it. And I know the club appreciates it. We've got a bunch of people coming in today to visit with us that have been served by the club over the years and have helped out a lot of us in the club over the years.
There's some fella showing up alongside Sharon Canada. I recognize him from
I know
somewhere.
him. Hi, Don. How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was trying to get to 100 before you did, but you beat me.
Good, good. Well, we're getting some feedback, and I don't know who that's from. Okay, we got more to admit.
Sounds like the RKO radio network.
Yeah, that's right.
Gary, this is probably the best attendance you've had at a meeting ever.
You're right. You're right. We sent out a lot of invitations, I'll tell you.
I did. Well, it's important.
It was great. Vanessa, how are you doing?
Real good. Real good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Glad to have you aboard. I'm going to mute everybody because we're getting feedback and everything. So if you do want to say something, please either unmute yourself or hit the space bar or something like that.
Is that me?
There we go. That worked better. So if you do want to say something or say hello to somebody, just feel free. You can just hit the space bar to talk. That way we don't have any of the other interference that we had. Or you can unmute yourself by clicking up on the top right of your photo and just unmute there. So we've got hi Shar and Yvonne, Dale Kripe. We've got some good award winners from all the years past. Glad to have you all aboard. And thank you, Vanessa. I don't know how many of you are watching the chat, but Michael has to leave here in a little bit, but I'm so glad he's attending, and I know Dakota has to leave in a little bit. And Vanessa says congratulations, and 100 years is quite the accomplishment. Vanessa, we're still trying to figure out which one of these people were here 100 years ago. And we haven't figured that out yet.
I'm guessing Santa, if no one else.
That's right. Santa was here. You're right.
That's right.
That's right.
Maybe Dakota was here. I'm not sure.
You think Dakota was here 100 years ago?
I remember. Yeah, I remember the founding meeting actually.
That's right. Dakota was one of our scholarship winners and was in Key Club and is now at Wabash College and just doing fantastic. And we wanted to invite him back so he could say hello to everybody. And I know I kind of screwed him up on the date and time or whatever, but he was able to join us today for a little bit. He may have to leave early, but glad to have Dakota here.
Yes, thank you guys for inviting me so much. I'm a junior now.
Wow.
Which puts me, I graduated from Crawfordsville High School in 2018. And of course, while I was at the high school, I was in the Key Club, and I would come to the Kiwanis luncheons and really enjoyed seeing everyone. So I'm happy to see everyone again.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Did you get into Circle K at Wabash?
I did for a little bit my freshman year when I had a little bit more time to play with. Since then, I've kind of lost some of my clubs that I held on to there at the beginning. But I still do some volunteer work around, and every now and then Circle K, you can just join in for like a volunteer event.
Sure. Well, I know that if we ever need you, we can call on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got my contact.
Always been one to jump in there, and I know as soon as you get out of school, maybe you'll join our club.
I would love it. I would love it, Gary.
Good.
So is that the only requirement? Is that you after you're out of school?
No, there's no requirements except that you come out and we can get you in, and we would love to have you as a member. We've got some exciting things going on now, and we want to continue it, and we need more people like yourself.
Well, that's exciting, and I know that's. I mean, it's widespread. So even if I didn't stay in Crawfordsville, I could find a Kiwanis club somewhere.
That's right. And if you ever need any help, we can help you out with that. And and you know, we do want you to stay in Crawfordsville though, but I don't know what field you're getting into, but that may be hard in Crawfordsville.
Sure. Well, I'll always have the Crawfordsville Kiwanis to come back to. I'm sure.
That's right. So we're
President Gary.
Yes.
Can I comment for a second on Dakota?
Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind Dakota that he has 2 years of free dues, and there's no time like now. So whenever he's ready, you guys are, I'm sure, ready to take him in, and he'd have 2 years of free dues to get started with Kiwanis. So Dakota, hope you join us soon, and want to give you a big welcome already.
Thank you, Vanessa.
That's right.
You're welcome. Hey, Dakota, that'd be an awesome 100th birthday gift for them, you know?
Yeah. You can join
That's
now.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got, like I said, we've got a bunch of other people on here, and we'll be introducing them in a little bit. Trying hard to keep track of everybody, but you know, we went back in the files and found some people that go back quite a bit, as far as 2004 or 1976, actually, some people that were involved and had received some awards in 1976. So that would have figured that was 45 years ago. That's as far as I could get.
Hey, I had an award in 1973.
Did you? See,
Yeah.
I didn't see that anywhere though.
Yeah. It's on our website somewhere.
Okay.
Facebook page.
I'll have to look for it. Jim, there's Governor Judd. How you doing? Past
Hello.
Governor Judd. Yeah. How's everybody doing with the COVID test? Everybody get the COVID test yet?
Test but not shots.
Yeah, or the shots. I mean, we go Saturday. Terry and I go Saturday for the first shot. I know some of you had the second, I think, haven't you?
Just one.
I've one.
Okay. I know some have had the second, and they, you know, I hear that there's a little bit more reaction to the second one than it is the first.
I get my second one Wednesday.
Good.
Good.
Gary, this is Byron. Karen and I were scheduled to get our shot at the old county marketplace this Saturday morning.
That's right. Yeah, you're doing it, and Terry and I are doing it Saturday too.
Good.
And I think
I get my shot on the 17th. My wife and I both.
Good. Chuck, are you doing it the Saturday?
Yes, Ethan and I are getting our shots on Saturday.
Great. Glad.
Well, my 80-year-old friend had his second one. He didn't have a reaction at all beyond, you know, a bit of a stiff arm, but obviously that's only a sample of one, I know, but he was fine.
Good. Well, our international rep, Gary Wayne Cooper, is going to be joining us. He may be a little bit late. He got his second shot yesterday, and he said he was hurting a little bit. So, but I know he's going to join us, and he'll be on here in a little bit.
Well, I want to jump in and say a couple of things, Don Kennedy. I think I first visited your club 50 years ago.
Wow.
And when I was governor, your club was one of the strongest clubs in the district. And I've always enjoyed meeting with this club because you have a true Kiwanis spirit in your club, and you have touched so many lives in a positive manner. And I just want to express my congratulations. I also want to thank you for the support. I got a lot of support out of your club when I ran for international trustee and when I ran for international president. And I appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you, Don. And for those of you that don't know, Don was an international president for Kiwanis. What years was that, Don?
08, 09.
Okay. So really glad to have you with us today. It's great. Well, who else we got here? Elizabeth, glad to see you. Haven't seen you in ages. Where's the baby? You're muted. You're muted, Elizabeth.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, baby's fine, sleeping, but who knows when
Okay.
she'll wake up.
Okay, well, we thought we'd see the baby, but okay. You know.
Good to see
Yeah.
everybody.
So we still got a bunch of people coming in, and we still got a little bit of time till we start this meeting, but that's fine. We wanted to have some time where everybody could join with each other. Just to tell you, Gary Cooper, who's our international rep, is on here now. And it's funny because I first saw his name somewhere, and I think he called me as the president of the club. He called me to just offer his help and support whenever we needed it. And it was funny because his name is Gary Cooper, and he was named after Gary Cooper, and his middle name is John Wayne, or Wayne, and he was named after John Wayne. And him and I both figured out that we are both Gary Wayne, and so it was interesting. So great to have somebody by the name of Gary Cooper on here.
Well, I'm glad to be here. It's nice to see everybody.
Thank you. And
I like that background you got there, President Gary.
You like that, huh?
I do, man. I really like that.
We've got Mayor Barton on here and all kinds of people, so it's great. We're just we'll probably be getting up to a point where we'll go to a second screen here, but pretty soon. But glad to have that.
I just noticed that Terry's got her own slide, her own screen today.
That's right. I had to leave her upstairs. Terry, you're on mute. I had to leave her upstairs, and I came downstairs to my Santa office and to get my screen going that way. So yeah, we're getting Terry into the whole link of this thing.
So Gary, I see we have Vanessa McClary on the Zoom with us.
Yes.
She's doing incredible work with diversity, equity, and inclusion. She made a presentation to our board a couple weeks ago, and it was just it was impactful. I was taken aback by it. And Vanessa, you're to be commended for all your hard work and your leadership on that. So thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. Happy to be involved. Appreciate the comment.
Vanessa does a great job. She has snookered me into another club, but but that's a great club, and we're very, very happy to be a part of it, Vanessa. The 25 plus Kiwanis Who Care Club.
Glad to have you on board. And just want to tell you, Gary, today we gave all the checks to Vips. Just made
Good.
that presentation to her about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, terrific. Terrific.
$5,000.
Wow. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Let's see, we got Brad Boyd on here now too. Glad to see you, Brad.
Hey, happy 100th.
Thank you. Thank you. Caleb's on here. Caleb's our president-elect of the Crawfordsville Club. So we've got a few phone numbers on here. I don't know if you can change your name on your phone to tell us who you are, but if you can, please do, or just shout it out so we know all who's here.
Hi, this is Stacy Cook. I'm on the line.
Oh, okay. Hi, Stacy. Thank you.
Now, if I can figure out how to remute, will be great. But
You'll be okay. Stacy Cook was one of our 1976 award winners, and she was in elementary school at that time.
Yep, 7 years old.
Wow, see, it was fun trying to research some of these people and trying to find everybody that what's happening, find everybody and what they're doing now to get them on here. So it's interesting. I did find one person that was a 1976 award winner. Who the name is we can't say, and I can't identify him, I guess, but he was he turned out to be an ATF agent who went undercover into a criminal motorcycle enterprise and ultimately served as a witness to put the leader and others behind bars. So came out of Crawfordsville.
How in the world did you track him down?
Oh, it's amazing some of the stuff you can do. I started checking some of this stuff out, and I says, "Whoa, that's an interesting one." So we found him and found a whole bunch of others. Obviously, he's not on the phone on the call today. I don't even know what he's doing or what he's going by. But we've got there's so many that are going to join us or supposed to be joining us that it's great. We've got a 2004 Indiana District Scholarship winner who went on to be a doctor in Texas for children, Dr. Michael Hull. And hopefully he's going to be on. He had it on his list, so on his calendar. So hopefully he'll be on. Some people have it's amazing, where they've gone from Crawfordsville and where they're at today. And we're so happy that we were a part of it at one point, where our club was. I wasn't there.
Hey, Gary, this is Mac Petty. Where's Brad Boyd?
He's right down here. See him?
There he is.
Global Membership and Education.
Say
hi to Gloria for me.
Yes. Brad Boyd used to work at Wabash College.
That's right. 5 years.
Sam, how are you? Glad to see you here. There you are. Glad to see you.
It's good to be with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hi, Sam. It's good to see you.
Hi, Shar.
Well, we're up to 44 people so far. That's one of the biggest meetings we've had. Glad to see it. And Andrew, our Lieutenant Governor, is here.
Hello, Gary, everyone. How are you?
How are you doing, Andrew?
I'm well, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. So Martin answered my question. We've got 20 clubs in the district that are celebrating their 100th this year. So that's pretty good.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Who did we say has the longest membership right now, Gary?
I believe it's Jack Wyatt. Is that right, Shar?
Yeah, I would say that's true.
Right. Yeah, and he's not on here.
That's right, Gary.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He was my fraternity advisor when I was at college.
Oh, wow.
Beta Theta Pi.
My husband was a beta at Wisconsin.
Oh, that other school.
That good school.
Oh,
Look how
okay.
smart I am from all the education I got there.
Oh, boy.
You should have went north to here. You'd have got a real education.
Oh, see, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we
There
go.
we go.
Into all the school stuff. At least the NFL's over and we don't have to listen to all of that, right?
At least, Bud, at least our university initials are better than yours.
Hi, Kevin. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, glad to be here. Proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Governor Kevin.
How's North Carolina?
Hello.
Cold.
Cold. That's the way Gary likes it. He likes traveling in winter.
That's right. Santa likes the winter.
Well, this Gary doesn't.
The thumbnails are getting smaller and smaller in the gallery view.
Yes, they are. Well, that's okay. We'll get through it. We just have to make sure we got everybody in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started.
It's harder on a phone. I gotta keep swiping through to see everything.
Sure. Well, let's go ahead and we will get started on here now. And we'll start off, of course, I'll share the screen and we'll start off with our pledge and get going that way. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
States of America,
to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our motto, Kiwanis, is a global
organization dedicated to improving the world child and one community at a time through service to others.
Thank you. All right. Well, you know, it's gonna be a little bit different this week than our normal meetings. We're up to what, 49 people here, so we're gonna go through some stuff real quick. But I've asked one of our past scholarship winners, 2012 Pat Klein Scholarship winner from Crawfordsville High School, Reverend Samuel Vaught, to say our invocation today. So, Father Vaught.
Thank you, Gary. Let us pray. Loving God, we gather together from many places with grateful hearts for the outstanding record of a century of service from Crawfordsville, Kiwanis. We give thanks for every person who has given time and talent and treasure to serve the children of Montgomery County and to make our community a better place. We give thanks for the generations of Kiwanians who have labored in this service, whose names we hope to remember and whose legacies we strive to honor. We thank you for 100 years of scholarships, pancake suppers, key clubs, community fundraisers, and so much more. Bless those who serve in Kiwanis now and all whom they serve, that we might rise to the challenges of our day, just as those who have gone before did in theirs. God, we give you thanks that in this time of division, we have institutions like Kiwanis that bring us together across all sorts of lines of difference. Strengthen our bonds of fellowship to see in every one of our neighbors your face, and to give us a common mission to do good in our community together as one people. Forgive us for the ways we have fallen short, for the times when we have not loved each other as you love us, for the times when we have excluded important voices from our tables. We give thanks for 3 decades of women in Kiwanis and for the leadership and vision they provide. We thank you for the women who serve in this Kiwanis club. Merciful God, we acknowledge too that beautiful name given to this organization, taken from the Ojibwe language of the Algonquin people. We gather before you today on many lands that once were home to other peoples. We ask for humble and courageous spirits to right past wrongs and to build a future where everyone has a safe home and everyone belongs. We give you thanks for the many ways that Kiwanis can be a part of that future. As we look to the next 100 years, rededicate Crawfordsville Kiwanis to the work that they have set out to do, to improve the world one child and one community at a time. For warm hearts and ready minds and strong wills to do this, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Father Vaught. We appreciate that. As I said before, we've got a ton of guests here, and we will go through some introductions in a little bit, but we do have some business to take care of. The volunteer opportunities, February 12th, which is tomorrow. We're unloading the food truck at Nourish, so we need one more volunteer for that. February 16th, we're packing backpacks for Nourish, and we're okay there. We did volunteer everybody here for a new program coming up on March 17th. It's a mobile food pantry that we're working with through the Nourish program and Food Finders. So we need 12 volunteers on that, and I got to get the names to Nourish as soon as possible. So Anybody that wants to volunteer for that, let me know. We will put it into the, you can put it in the portal, Buzz, or I can put it in there for you. So just let me know. Gary, we still need speaker coordinators.
Yes, as I said last week, at this point, we're looking for speakers for April and for July. I'm making it a little bit easier. I'm asking each one of you, of the local members here, to contribute one, one program for those 9 Thursdays. I won't do it this week, but I'm going to start assigning people next week if I don't get some volunteers. So pick your date and please give us a hand.
Thanks. And member updates. I know Dave Polly is still recuperating. He can't stay in a position for longer than about 15 minutes, so we need prayers for him. Any other member updates anybody has? Okay, let's go on to that important thing. Happy Bucks. Q2, and Amber, you're here, but you'll be glad to hear Q2 is for Riley Hospital. So anybody got happy bucks for Riley? Anybody happy today?
I'm happy that I'm getting my shot on Sunday.
All right, good. We're happy. Terry and I, we're getting our shot on Saturday, and I'm so happy that we're able to celebrate with everybody today. This is fantastic. Who else?
I'll throw in 10 for Riley, and also in memory of my grandfather, Charles Best, my mom's father, who would have been 122 today. He was a big influence on my life, and in many respects, I'm why I am because of him.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Well, I appreciate it all. And if you think you want to throw something in, just send it to Sharon and we'll get going there. Just to move on at this point, Kiwanis birthdays this week. February 13th is Conrad Harvey. I know Conrad's on here, but that's his birthday. And of course, yesterday was the Crawfordsville Kiwanis Club 100 years. So that was yesterday, but we're celebrating today. So glad to have everybody aboard with that. Now let's talk a little bit about Kiwanis. In November 1914 in Detroit, Michigan, a professional organization was formed called the Supreme Lodge of Benevolent Older Brothers. Weird name, but at the first meeting of its 35 members, the principal order of business was to find a better name. So they appointed a committee of 5 to find a more suitable name, and the committee came back with the phrase "None Kiwanis," as Father Vaught says, from the language of the Ochipu Indian tribe. The phrase had several interpretations, including "we gather for self-expression" and "we trade." It was ultimately decided the organization would use the name Kiwanis Club, and the club is chartered on January 21st, 1915. By 1920, the membership had grown to 28,500 members and adopted the slogan, "We Build." At first, Kiwanis grew slowly, but soon men of vision caught an image of it, being a vehicle for help and service to the people of the communities where they were established, manned by business and professional men, with a desire to render service to others, including those less fortunate than they. Today, the Kiwanis family has more than 550,000 members serving in 80 different countries around the world. Its motto has changed from "We Build" to "Serving the Children of the World." In Indiana, the Crawfordsville Kiwanis Club was organized and chartered on February 10th, 1921, 100 years ago yesterday. It had 68 members then. We're still at that, around that level, just a few ahead. So we need to get that to grow more. The names Charles McCabe, Frank Davidson, W.B. Hargrove, and Ralph Clemens, all prominent businessmen in Crawfordsville, were the first officers of the organization. From the time of origination and chartering the local club, it encouraged and guided many projects which contributed much to the welfare of Crawfordsville and Montgomery County. In 1923, the imminent closing of the L.L. Culver Hospital became the first major task for the club. The Kiwanis Club sponsored a group of Welsh coal miners who were touring the country as a singing group with, as is written, much ability. The club members sold tickets for a concert, contributing all of the net proceeds from the sales to the hospital, thereby enabling it to remain open. Many of the local citizens, including the children and aged, had need of assistance for procuring and paying for medical expenses. And since a number of members of the club were engaged in the medical and dental professions, they contributed their skills while the Kiwanis Club paid the hospital expenses and purchased medical supplies. In the early 1930s, the Crawfordsville Kiwanis Club organized the first work program for the unemployed to help alleviate hunger in the community. The Kiwanis Club opened the first children's recreation center in Crawfordsville. Members and their wives served as attendants and chaperones when the center was open. Out of this beginning, the Kiwanis Club in 1943 was instrumental in procuring and establishing the recreation center on West Pike Street. The building was originally purchased by the club and conveyed to the city of Crawfordsville for the benefit of the citizens of the community. In 1960, the club began holding its annual Pancake Day, and later in 1966 organized a second fundraiser known as the Travel and Adventure Series of travel logs. Proceeds from these activities were used to support the Circle K Club for young men at Wabash College, Key Club for high school young men, the Sheltered Workshop, the Montgomery Boys Club, the Youth Service Bureau, Little League Baseball, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, 4-H Leadership Training Camp, Sugar Creek Players, Special Olympics, Hospital Fair, Police Careers Camp, and the Association for Crippled and Retarded Children. Today, the club continues serving many of the same organizations in our community through donations to various family organizations, college scholarships, our Trauma Doll Project, working with the Nourish program at the Youth Service Bureau, and managing Operation Toy Box, among other service programs. So we've continued doing what we started with back in 1921, and I think we're all very proud of that. I'm glad to see it going on. Now, as we said, we got a ton of guests here today, and I want to go ahead and introduce some of them. And if you'd like to say something, go ahead. Our current Indiana District Governor, Martin Furnish.
Hello, everybody, and congratulations to the club. I have had the pleasure of visiting the Crawfordsville Club, where Gary and Shar and everybody else were sensational hosts. And I love the invocation, Father. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Kevin Rowland, who's our immediate past governor.
Yeah, thanks. Glad to be here. We have a all-star club, and looks like you got a great crowd. Get to see Don and Sharon, our trustee, and different ones here today. That's pretty amazing. Proud of all you guys have done.
Thank you, Kevin. And Sharon and Don Canada.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation. And I've got to tell you that you may be 100 years old, but the creativity that you show in your projects and fundraisers is just absolutely amazing. I just learned about one recently during a phone conversation with Gary last week that I've actually shared with another club, and they're excited about it. So thank you. Keep on doing that. It's wonderful.
Thanks.
Good to be here. Congratulations. Keep up the good Kiwanis work.
Thank you, Don and Sharon. You know, I did talk to Sharon about our Pancake Week. So Caleb, your incredible expertise in putting that thing together is going statewide. So congratulations.
I won't take the credit. We get all that from Danville, Illinois.
Yeah, that's where
we're stealing their idea.
That's right. Well, that's always good. Steve Ingram, are you on here? No, I guess not. Steve?
Yes, I'm on here. Sorry, I had my mic off.
There you are.
Yeah, sorry, I was eating my lunch here a little bit. Congratulations on 100 years. My Valpo Club celebrating 100 years also this year. So looking to get some tips and pointers here from your Zoom meeting.
Good.
So thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you, Steve. And Vanessa McClary, who's a past governor of the Indiana district. Vanessa?
I'd just like to say congratulations. Thanks for the invitation and what a great turnout. I also wanted to say in recognition of your 100th, I'd like to give $100 to your fund from a few minutes ago. I'll drop that in the mail to you. Again, congratulations. Great job. Really proud of you guys.
Thank you, Vanessa. We appreciate that so much. That's all going to Riley this quarter. Judd Roush, past governor of the Indiana district.
Congratulations on your 100th.
Thank you, Judd. We really appreciate it. Andrew Muffet, Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you, Gary. Just wanted to congratulate all of you. This is a fantastic milestone. Let's go for 100 more. And I just wanted to point out that the Crawfordsville Club in our Sagamore division is always a stellar club, and appreciate everything you do, and just keep up that great work.
Thank you, Andrew. Another Lieutenant Governor from the Circle City Division, Dee Oliphant.
Hi friends, thank you so much for having me. Congratulations on your 100 years. I was thinking as you were reading through the history, I was thinking how many people your club has had an impact on over those 100 years. So exciting. So congratulations and thanks for having me.
Thank you. And Brad Boyd, who's the Regional Development Specialist for Kiwanis International and a Wabash College grad.
Yes. Actually, I owe you a lot of gratitude because you sponsored me in Circle K back in the day. So I had been in Key Club at North Central High School here in Indianapolis, and was able to carry through with CKI and now into Kiwanis. So it's a wonderful thing that you've done, and I am extremely proud of all that you've accomplished and all that you're going to do in the future. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. And other distinguished guests, and I didn't know where to put him because he fits in so many different places. He is a Kiwanis member, and he's also the mayor of Crawfordsville, Mayor Barton.
Well, good afternoon and greetings from Crawfordsville City Hall on this nice cold day. It's great to see everybody. I look forward to seeing everybody in person. Congratulations, what a milestone. And there is undoubtedly been a huge impact on the Crawfordsville community from our Kiwanis Club. Crawfordsville is a much better place because of Kiwanis and the Kiwanians and all they've contributed over the years.
Thank you, Mayor Barton. Thank you. Mayor Barton did declare in a proclamation that yesterday, February 10th, was considered Crawfordsville Kiwanis 100th anniversary day. So we've got an official proclamation for that, and we did post it on the websites and everything. We really appreciate that, Mayor. That's
You're very welcome.
Exciting for us. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know if we have anybody else that joined from Wabash College. We invited a bunch of them, the coaches and everything, and I don't know if anybody's here. I guess not. Okay. We also invited the principals from the high schools in the area, and I don't know if they're on or not. Mr. Hunt.
Was on, Gary.
There you go.
Greg Hunt from Crawfordsville High School. Very pleased to have the invite too. We are just so honored to have the Kiwanis invite the top 15 on normal years, whatever that may be now, to join them for lunch. So they do so much for the community, and we just appreciate them and for everything you do. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we did have Principal Hunt over, I think it was 2 years ago now when last time we did the top 15. and we did something a little bit different, and they had to sing their school songs. Unfortunately, Principal Hunt went, or fortunately, I guess, went to North Montgomery, attended North Montgomery High School.
Oh, no, back up. Go south.
South Montgomery, okay, or Southmont, okay. So he knew the Southmont fight song much better than he knew the Crawfordsville fight song. So
You weren't supposed to tell that story, Gary.
he's going to make sure he knows that for next time. So any of the other principals here, we invited Jesse Burgess and Michael Cox. I know there's some people with phone numbers that I don't know who they are, so I just wanted to check. We also had invited Sarah Newton, who is our Key Club director, Key Club faculty advisor at Crawfordsville High School. And I don't think Sarah made it, but we had Katie Yoakum, who I saw her on here and then she disappeared. I don't know if she got back on. Katie, are you here? Katie is our new faculty advisor for the Key Club at Southmont High School. So we invited them, and I'm sure they had other things going on that they couldn't stay on. So I appreciate it. Amber Reed, are you on here? No. We invited two very special people, Dr. Scott Douglas, who's the Montgomery County Health Director, and Amber Reed, who's the Montgomery County Health Department Administrator. They have worked with us tremendously. Every time we've asked, hey, can you tell us what's going on with COVID or any of that type of stuff, they've been happy to come and see us, see our club, and make sure we're all up to date on everything. So we really appreciate that. Also, as one of our health warriors, we can't forget is Amber Miller. Amber is from Riley Children's Foundation. So Amber, you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for all the donations and for dedicating it to Riley today. That means a whole lot to us, and we just could not be more grateful. The 100-year celebration for Riley Children's Foundation is coming up on April 9th. So we'll be celebrating, and I just learned that we will be featuring Kiwanis in the new Riley Messenger that's coming out soon. So I'll be sure to share that once it comes out. So congratulations, and thank you so much for the invite. I actually have to pop out at 12:30. So it was great to see everyone.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Now we've got quite a few other people that we want to just say hello to and see if they want to say something real quick. One I just let in, but Gail, in 1976, the Crawfordsville Kiwanis Club honored 100 youth from the community, some of which we have with us today. And I found the papers on it, and it was in the newspaper. They showed pictures of all of these people, and considering that was 45 years ago, we wanted to say hello and congratulate them and see what they're doing now. So the college age winner, one of them was Gail Merriman. Gail, I think I just let you in.
There we go. I unmuted.
Good.
Hello. Yes, you did just let me in, and I'm sorry about my video. It keeps freezing. It did this to me on a meeting this week, so I don't know why my video is not working, but you can see my face maybe. And I am speaking to you from the Montgomery County Free Clinic, the Dr. Mary Ludwig Montgomery County Free Clinic in Crawfordsville, and this is where I work now, and it's my favorite job ever. But yes, it's hard for me to remember back 45 years, I'll admit, but that was an honor from Kiwanis. And now I am the office manager and medical translator here. So I majored in Spanish and theater in college, and I used my Spanish all my life to get a job. And I'm using it now in my favorite role ever. So that is what I'm doing right now. What else can I tell you?
Thank you very, very much, Gail. I appreciate it.
Sure.
It's great to see what some of these people at Kiwanis worked with so many years ago and what they're doing today. Dale Kripe, I know, is on here. Dale, you want to say hello?
Sure, glad to. I'm currently in Massachusetts, graduated from Purdue University. I'm currently working for Raytheon Technologies as a software engineer. Very active in Purdue activities. I recruit by going out to college fairs. I'm also on the board of directors of the Alumni Association. So I get back to Indiana frequently, except for last year. But yeah, I've got a lot of friends still in Crawfordsville, and I really enjoyed being invited. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it. Yvonne Switzer Ratcliffe was a high school age winner in 1976.
Hi, everyone. I moved back to Indiana 3 years ago, where we lived just outside of Brownsburg. And I become active in the Masonic Cornerstone, trying to save the Masonic Temple in honor of my father and my uncle, both who were longtime members there. So I serve on that board. When I left Crawfordsville, I went to Purdue, had an engineering degree, worked for about 15 years, started a family, and then I volunteered doing a lot of work with children, and ended my volunteer activities before we moved up here by having a reading lab for high school students who still weren't reading at the high school level, so that hopefully we could get them to that level before graduation and set them up for success.
Great.
Congratulations, and I love that this organization is still going strong in Crawfordsville.
Well, thank you, Yvonne. We'd love to have you once we get back together. Come back and see us. Daryl Bayless, are you on here? I didn't see him. Brad Eads. These were all people I invited, so I'm not sure if they all made it. Debbie Zarowski. I know Joe Thurber. Go ahead, Debbie, are you here?
I am here, yes.
There you are.
We are now living in Upper Peninsula, Michigan, but I'm actually in Crawfordsville right now. We're here for a little stay to visit friends and family while we're here. So I just really appreciate the invitation and just wish you guys a wonderful 100 years. I recognize many of the faces out there and just want to say hi to everybody. It's good to see you and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. It's like I said, it's so great to see everybody. Joe Thurber, I know you're here.
Hi, Gary. Thank you very much for the invitation. I live in Indianapolis, and I serve there as president of Cecina Memorial High School. And I'm just continually grateful for my hometown of Crawfordsville and the education I received at CHS in the classroom and the sports programs and the activities. And Mr. Chuck Fiddler was our Key Club moderator, and he also served as the head track and field coach and assistant boys basketball coach. So I had a great experience and really appreciate being with you.
Good, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it. Stacy Cook, are you still on or?
I am still on.
There you are.
Unfortunately, when I connected, it was via phone rather than via computer, so I don't have a visual.
Okay.
Thank you very much for inviting me. And something that hit me while you were going through the business aspect, in 2018, my daughter was one of the top 15. So I was at the luncheon for you guys in that point. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Good. It seems it runs in the family, so.
I don't know. She's kind of a brat, but I guess I was too. I guess I worked in human resources in Crawfordsville for, 30 plus years. And this summer, my father ran into some pretty serious health issues. So at this point, I am full-time caregiver trying to start my own business in the art world. So changing things up a little bit in the last couple of years, but hey, change is good.
Good. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Before we go on to the scholarship winners, I just wanted to read a couple of letters that we've got. One is, says, Dear President Gary, I send my congratulations as your club celebrates its 100th anniversary. Building better communities through service is at the heart of Kiwanis. Be proud of all you have accomplished. Finding new ways to serve others as we have been doing this year is paying off as we discover the opportunities that can come from our more creative side. We are in a transformation year in Kiwanis. Action must include expanding service, bolstering the Kiwanis image, and ensuring our financial stability with a focus on growing membership. I emphasize greater diversity in clubs and encourage you to keep that in mind as you invite others to a club meeting or help with a service project. Kiwanians are dream makers, and now is the time to continue our momentum by harnessing the Kiwanis experience and enthusiasm of our youth. Thank you for your dedication to kids and your community. Yours in Kiwanis service, Art Riley, the 2020-21 president of Kiwanis International. So it's great to see that. We did get some cards from some folks that we knew couldn't attend. And one of them says, Dear Crawfordsville Kiwanis, congratulations on 100 years of philanthropic endeavors. Your community service does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. I would like to share my story of success that stemmed in part from the generosity of your organization. When I applied for the Kiwanis Club Scholarship in 2014, I told the story of my family's unfortunate financial situation. Now, 7 years later, I can tell you the story of my family's success. I graduated from Vincennes University with 2 associate degrees geared toward the manufacturing industry. Through the charity of Crawfordsville Kiwanis and other organizations like it, combined with my own income, I was able to graduate debt-free. I am now the lead CNC manufacturer at a local manufacturing leader, and I have a beautiful wife and newborn daughter. I wouldn't be where I am today without your organization and others like it. Thank you, Tristan Nee. Tristan had contacted me, and his newborn daughter was just born, so that's why he couldn't be with us today. But he did send that note, and I appreciate it. Go on to some of the scholarship winners. Reagan Minette. Reagan, are you on here? I know I put something out to everybody to our membership this week. Reagan was just announced. She was a 2020 Pat Klein Scholarship winner and just announced that she made the Dean's List at Millikan University. So we're very, very proud of her. Dakota Baker, I think he may be off already. He had some other things to go to. Dakota was our 2018 Pat Klein Scholarship winner, and he's been on the Dean's List at Wabash College. John Gonzaro was a 2017 Pat Klein Scholarship winner. I don't think John's on here. Lauren McClaskey, a 2016 Pat Klein Scholarship winner. And there are some others. Of course, Samuel Vaught, Father Vaught, who we heard from earlier, 2012 Pat Klein Scholarship winner. Father Vaught, do you want to say anything else?
Just want to say thank you very much for the invitation. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. I was thinking when you were speaking of all the things that Kiwanis has done in the Crawfordsville community over the years, all those different youth service organizations, and thinking about how much several of them played in my young life, and how beyond just being a scholarship recipient, how much I've benefited from Kiwanis's role in the community. Just want to thank you. I live in Indianapolis now. I serve at an Episcopal church here downtown. I went to Wabash after I graduated from Crawfordsville and spent the last 4 years in Connecticut in seminary, and I'm really happy to be back in central Indiana. So thanks very much for the invitation.
Thank you. Thank you. Brad Theta was a 2006 Pat Klein Scholarship winner. Brad?
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. I attended Indiana Wesleyan University after North Montgomery, and after graduating there, a few years later, I went on to get my PhD in plant breeding, and after that, started as a popcorn breeder for Weaver Popcorn Company, so just down the road from you guys and in the county now. So thank you very much for being part of my journey, and congratulations on 100 years.
Thank you. Thank you. I've got one more. Dr. Michael Hull. Dr. Hull, 2004 Indiana District Scholarship winner. So he won for the whole district. Dr. Hull?
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me, Gary. And what a joy and privilege to see folks from my hometown, which I miss. I'm coming at you from Austin, Texas, where I have a little one too. Here's my 9-month-old, if you can see her picture there.
Oh, wow.
That's so cute.
I went to Butler University down the road for my undergraduate, went out to Stanford to get my medical and business degrees. I went out to Harvard to finish my training, and now I am down in Texas because I'm married a Texan. And so I'm at the University of Texas. I spend most of my time in the entrepreneurship space. So starting up companies that are trying to tackle some of these tough problems we still got out there, like poverty and hunger and homelessness. Do a little time teaching U.S. health and social policy on campus, and then spend a day a week as a street doctor caring for children that are experiencing poverty out there. So wouldn't be able to do any of that if it wasn't for your belief in me and your support from the very beginning. So can't thank you enough for all you do, not just for me and my family, but for my hometown, which is in a serious way, my heart enjoys. So thank you, and so good to see everybody.
Thank you very, very much. Did I miss any of the other scholarship winners that are on there? Creasy, you're on here too, right?
Yes. Hey, everybody. Thanks for inviting me. This is really cool. Yeah, I'm Creasy Klauser. I was a 2009 scholarship winner. And I was really appreciative not only of the scholarship, but I think like what others have said, your support of high school organizations really makes a difference. I know it did for me, certainly. I went to Rose-Hulman after high school, got a degree in biomedical engineering, and then followed that up with a master's in biomedical engineering from IUPUI. And now I live in West Lafayette, and I work as a research engineer for Cook Medical, doing medical device research. So that's my life now. Oh yeah, and I also coach track and cross country at Harrison High School up here. So
great. Well, it's fantastic to see what the young people that have been part of our community, where they're at today. And I'm so proud to be part of Kiwanis when you see these people, that the results that happen with where they're at today. So thank you so much. Did I miss any of the other scholarship winners that might be on here? Okay. I told somebody earlier that researching these people was really interesting, trying to find all these people, and all I had was pictures and names of people. It was very hard for the females because a lot of them have changed their names and everything, but did find a bunch of them. But one of the people that I couldn't actually find, but I found out what this person did. He was a 76 award winner, one of the award winners from back then. Turned out to be an ATF agent who went undercover into a criminal motorcycle enterprise and ultimately served as a witness to put the leader and others behind bars. So we've had some very interesting folks as part of our award winners. Of course, he's not on the call today, but we did have him. Dale Redmond Jr., I did talk to his son. He was a scholarship winner, and it said he was an accomplished magician, honor roll student, and member of the newspaper and yearbook staff. But Dale passed in 1991, so no longer with us. But let's see, we do have some other cards, and From a Kelly Anderson, says congratulations on 100 years. And what an amazing accomplishment. Best wishes and God bless. And let's see. I've got all these things to go through. This is from Bobby Flynn. Good things come to those who wait. Great things come to those who really go for it. And I think we have, and obviously the people on here have. And very important for the club members. I was able to find somebody and who sent a very, very nice letter. So I know all the club members will be happy to hear this. Dated February 7th, 2021. Dear esteemed members of Crawfordsville, Kiwanis. With great joy, I congratulate you on reaching the 100th anniversary as a chartered member of Kiwanis International. It is no small feat for men and women to contribute, remain viable and significant to their community for 100 years. I can say this as one who participated in and witnessed almost half of our club's history. Together, we flipped pancakes, awarded scholarships, hosted basketball tournaments, and worked hard to meet the challenging needs of our community. We gathered weekly to share a meal, sing songs of inspiration, mostly on key, and learn from each other and honored guests. The table conversation was always lively, discussing the headlines, the weather, families, and other community achievements. Much has changed over the years, that is for certain. One thing that will never change is the need to support the greater Crawfordsville community and build fellowship. Crawfordsville Kiwanis have met these needs for the last 100 years with grace. Wishing you great success during the next 100 years, Joe Rourke. I know a lot of the members know Joe and very, very happy to get that from him and to read that for you. So I'd like to now introduce Gary Cooper, who is the international trustee from Kiwanis International, just to say a few words. Gary? Gary, are you still there?
Yeah, mute. It helps if you unmute. I am honored to be with y'all today. And I want to thank President Gary for inviting me to be a part of this special occasion. Just listening to the scholarship award winners and what they're currently doing. There's no doubt in my mind that you guys have made and ladies have made an impression and an impact on the youth there in your community. But before I get started, I know you read a letter from President Art, but I just wanted to, on his behalf and the entire international board, congratulate all of you for being in a club that's celebrating 100 years of service. That's incredible. I know from the proud moments you guys are experiencing, because our club was 100 years old back on December 1st of 2020. And although we didn't get to celebrate it like you're not getting to celebrate it like we should have, but we still celebrated it. And I'm so proud to be a part of one just like you guys. It's also exciting to be on a Zoom with past International President Don Canada. He and I share something other than love of Kiwanis, and that's the love of the Army. And Don, I just want to say thanks for your service, not only to our nation, but to our great organization as well. And his bride, Sharon, who I understand is the governor-elect. That's wonderful. We've got the gentleman that I served with last year, Governor Kevin's on the call. Kevin, it's an honor to be with you. Governor Judd, I have not seen you since Disney World. I think you and President Gary have lost your razors. You're starting to look a little bit alike, which is a scary thought, but at any rate, it's always good to see you as well. And President Gary mentioned that we have something in common other than just our love for Kiwanis, and that's our names, Gary Wayne. Our mothers, as he mentioned, really loved Gary Cooper and John Wayne, so therefore we got Gary Wayne. So I guess we're brothers from a different mother, is the way that would go. I also wanted to let you know that I had the honor last year of being the Kiwanis International Board Counselor for your district. And I will tell you that serving with your immediate past governor, Kevin Rowland, was something very special. What an inspiration Governor Kevin was then and is now for me, as he served your district with passion and with the tenacity that most healthy people could not have served, much less with the issues that he was facing. This year, I have the distinct honor of, Kevin, thank you for being on the Zoom as well. This year, I have the honor of being the Kiwanis International Board Counselor for Key Club. And I'm impressed with every meeting I attend of the Key Club International Board. I must let you know that these are the smartest, most passionate servant leaders that I have ever encountered. And I want to be the first to say that our country and our world will be a better place because of these Key Clubbers. And y'all need to be very proud because one of your own is on that board, and that's Emma Brainerd. And I will tell you, she's made a great impact on that board. But today you're celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Kiwanis Club of Crawfordsville, serving the children of Crawfordsville and Montgomery County. And rumor has it that Jack Wyatt was a charter member, but on February 10th, 1921. But obviously that's a joke. But to think that he has been a member of your club for almost 60 years is incredible. If you don't mind, I want to share with you just a few national events that have happened just since you guys have been formed as a Kiwanis Club. In 1921, the year you guys were formed, Congress in a joint resolution declared that World War I had ended. In 1929, the stock market began to crash. In 1931, the Star-Spangled Banner officially became our national anthem. In 1940, and this is important for a lot of us, the first Social Security checks were issued. In 1959, Hawaii and Alaska became our 49th and 50th states. Another important fact for a lot of us on the call, 1966, Medicare began. 1969, we walked on the moon. Can you believe that? My grandmother still swears, well, she doesn't swear now because she's dead, but she swore that wrestling was real and walking on the moon was fake. But I'm a believer that we were walking on the moon. Here's one that I found interesting. In 1987, the US Supreme Court ruled that Rotary clubs must admit women. And then who'll forget 2001 on 9/11 when we were attacked in New York City and Washington, D.C. 2008 was the Great Recession. And last year, and as we continue on this year, the coronavirus pandemic. But you know, through all those events, the Kiwanis Club of Crawfordsville has served hundreds of thousands of children. This is a day to celebrate, as y'all have made an incredible impact in the lives of the children in your community. Now, as y'all begin to serve the children for the next 100 years, let's talk about what needs to happen to ensure that the children in Crawfordsville and Montgomery County are continued to be served. I would like each of you to make commitment to grow this club. Ask your neighbors, coworkers, your banker, insurance person, basically your spheres of influence to join you in making a difference in your community while serving the children. I'm convinced that children need us more today than ever before due to the food insecurities, abuse and neglect, and mental health issues because of being cooped up during this pandemic. You can grow this club by growing your SLPs, add a K Kids, increase your builders clubs, Key clubs, Circle K clubs, and add an action club. There are folks in your community that have a passion for one of these age groups. You just need to match them up with their group. I would also be remiss if I didn't talk about our Kiwanis Children's Fund. Now, I know the commitment y'all have for the Riley Children's Hospital and what a wonderful project to support. And it is right there in your backyard. However, the impact our Kiwanis Children's Fund has made worldwide and at home is something less than miraculous. Just think, together, we have eradicated iodine deficiency in the world and are about to do the same thing with maternal and neonatal tetanus. So please make a commitment to support the Children's Fund with your club donation and individually. Now I have asked you to make two commitments today as you begin the next 100 years of service to Crawfordsville and Montgomery County. I intentionally asked for a commitment because in the words of the president of my alma mater, High Point University, Dr. Nito Kubang says, and I quote, "A decision is made with the brain. A commitment is made with the heart. Therefore, a commitment is deeper and more binding than a decision," unquote. You see, Kiwanians like all of you, I know have the biggest hearts of anybody in this entire world. In closing, I want to share this with you. And if this wasn't written by a Kiwanian, I'll be really surprised. 100 years from now, it will not matter what our bank account was, the kind of house we lived in, or the kind of car we drove. But the world may be different because we were important in the life of a child. Thanks for all y'all do for Kiwanis and the youth we serve. And it was an honor being with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Anything else anybody wants to say? Any of our members or anybody else before we close?
This is Jerry Dreyer. I was president of the club last year, and I just, on behalf of all of the members of our club and the guests today, I would like to say thanks, Gary, for doing a terrific job in putting together this celebration. I know you worked your backside off on it for weeks, months, and it shows. We owe you a deep, deep debt of gratitude. You're doing a great job as president this year under very difficult conditions. Keep up the good work. Thanks.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Anybody
Gary,
else?
as one of those youth serving agencies that benefits from Kiwanis, time and talent and treasures, the Youth Service Bureau is very grateful that Kiwanis exists in our community, and very grateful for everything you guys do to help us serve the youth.
Okay, and I did find another one. Sandy Bayless is on, a 1976 winner of the Kiwanis Pride Award. So Sandy wants to say hello and tell us what you're doing today. Sandy? Okay, maybe she can't get on there. She says she's on, and Sandy Bayless Kraut. Okay. She obviously was on here today, so I apologize for not getting her on to speak and say hello. But anybody else want to say anything?
Well, in light of a day like today, being president-elect, everybody can lower your expectations for next year, you know, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with all this. But but for the shout out for the Pancake Week, that's March 29th through April 3rd. If you're in town, buy some tickets. If you want to sell some tickets, let us know, and we'll be happy to give you a packet. $6 for a ticket, and we'll get you a pancake breakfast at McDonald's, both locations. So we're excited to partner with McDonald's this year, and I think it's going to be the best one yet. Also, we're still looking for sponsors. So if anybody's got a business they want to do some sponsors, you know, get a hold of Gary, and Gary can pass you along to me, and we'll go from there. So say congratulations to everybody that's been around a lot longer than I have for 100 years. I'm happy to be part of the group, and hopefully we can have a good start on the next 100. So
thanks, Caleb. You know, glad to have Caleb aboard. Caleb is pushing both on this Pancake Week and also as our membership chairman, trying to get some other things going here. So we're pretty excited. We've got a good future. It's a great club, and we've got a great potential for down the road. So just a quote of the day. It says, "When I was a boy and would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You'll always find people who are helping.'" Fred Rogers. And I think he was talking about Kiwanians. They're always willing to help. So thank you all so much for being on here today. We really, really appreciate it. And I'll leave it open if anybody wants to talk some more or whatever. But the meeting is over. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
This is Morris. Well done, Gary.
Be safe.
Thank you,
Great
Morris.
job, Gary Wayne.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Great job, Gary.
Thank you very much.
I like your background, Gary. Where are you sitting?
In my Santa studio.
There you go.
So
that's perfect.
Yeah, I've got it's the Crawfordsville Kiwanis News Network.
There you go. That's perfect.
You've got a future in television once you get done with being a Kiwanis president.
I just wanted to say hey to Terry, and I wanted to say behind every great Gary, there's a really great Terry.
That's right. And
Thank you very much.
You know, as long as we're on, Terry, you got to unmute yourself.
I did.
No, you're still not. Can't hear you.
He was good.
And now I didn't set it up that way so we can't hear her. Try it now.
I did. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay.
I just want to say Dee was president of the Danville, Indiana club, and
Last year.
we got involved with Dee a couple of years ago. They hold a very, very special Christmas event at the Park District in Danville, Indiana. And she asked myself and some friends of mine that if we wouldn't mind helping her out and be Santa Clauses for her. So we sat there for how many weeks did you have it this year?
It's four weekends total. So it's
and
12 nights.
we were Santa Clauses and celebrated with all the kids that came through there. And I know this year was tough because of the coronavirus, but the year before was fantastic. They did a
lot of fun
where the kids would come and play with us, and Mrs. Claus was there with us last year, so it was really great. So Dee, thank you for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome. And it would not have been possible without all of the amazing Santas that we had. It was just such a huge blessing to our club because it was presented to our club. It's an event that's gone on for 20 some years, but the town approached our club and asked if we would be willing to take it on. And it was really overwhelming, but I immediately was all in, and I took it back to the club and they were all in. And then I am here to tell you that not everybody can be Santa, because I scoured the groceries. Anytime I went somewhere, I'm like, I think that guy could be Santa. We'll just buy a suit and, we'll just make it work. That was not the case. And Gary and their group from Indiana Santa Claus Society and Hoosier Santas, they stepped up, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. Talk about setting the bar. That first year, it was just, I couldn't even believe it. It was such a huge fundraiser for our club, like way more than we ever expected. So
it was a lot of fun.
It was so fun. If you ever need a pick me up on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday in December, come to Santa Land. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Watching those kids and those families, it's amazing. So.
Gary, this is Judd. I just want to throw in there a thank you to your club for every time that I've had the opportunity to visit, the hospitality that you have showered. And it's always a pleasure to visit with your club. I look forward to, as we open up, that we can do it some more.
Thanks, Judd. Appreciate it. We love that. We love to have visitors, and until we can visit in person, you can join us any week. Just let me know when you're available, and we'll get you the Zoom information for that week.
Great job, Gary. Gary Wayne. Good to see you.
Same here, Gary Wayne.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. You take care.
Kevin, good to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for
too,
coming.
appreciate you coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all. Take care. Sharon, nice
Bye.
seeing you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care. Well, I think everybody's done talking and saying hello and all of that. So we'll just end the meeting here and the Zoom call, if that's okay. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Take care.